we want you to come along to the Forge at Gort Literature Festival, March the 26th and 27th this year. The festival is in its third year now and features music as well as poetry in a little town a few miles outside Galway on the Galway-Limerick Road. Now, this town has been associated with literature before, indeed with the Irish literature Renaissance under Yeats and Lady Gregory. Now, this time round we have what we think is a varied and fabulous lineup, including a reading by the novelist John Arden, the poet Patrick Earley, Marty Mulligan, who's a performance poet there in Gort, Pete Molyneux, who will be doing a poetry workshop, Rosemary Rowley, a great poet from Dublin, Porrigan Morine, who is a poet who will be accompanied by the great harper Paul Dooley, who plays the wire-strung harp. So there's a wonderful combination of music and poetry there. We have the writer Kate Thompson, who writes for young adults and adolescents as well. We have the Three-Legged Stool Writers Group from Clare, which is a very generous and bountiful collection of writers and poets from that county. We have Stephanie Allen Early, who has just come back from being in Yugoslavia, and she has written a book about her experiences there, and that should be interesting. She'll be reading from that as well. And playing with the Three-Legged Stool group will be Yuki Nishioka, a violinist. So there's something for everybody. If you want further details, contact us at 087 217 8138 or westernwriters@aircom.net. Western Writers is all one word. And don't forget, have a thought about becoming a friend of the Western Writers Centre in Galway, who organise this festival effectively on a shoestring. And this is, as I say, its third year. So your donations and your sponsorship is more than welcome. This is the famous Forge in the town of Gort, County Galway. This is it. Still standing here. Gort, as you can hear, is a very busy little town at the best of times. This is Sullivan's Royal Hotel in the square at Gort, where some of our events will take place. And on the second floor, from a second floor window, the painter Jack B. Yeats worked at one time. We move along here to the Gallery Cafe, where there are readings upstairs. Just across the square from Sullivan's Hotel and from the Gallery Cafe is O'Grady's Public House, and there will be other events taking place there as well. Gort, of course, was originally a large cattle market town, hence the width of this main street. We turn round a little. We have Minahan's Super Value Supermarket with First Chapter, the largest bookshop in the town, just directly in front of you.
Super Value. Real food, real people.
Why have a literary festival in Gort, some miles outside of the city of Galway? Well, for one thing, Gort is friendly. It's even got a friendly dog in the background to greet you. Its connections with the Irish literary Renaissance are very acute, very obvious, and historically recorded. This would have been the town where people who went on their way to Coole Park to visit Lady Gregory would have passed through. Indeed, some of them would have stayed here, possibly even in Sullivan's Royal Hotel. So it seems quite natural that literary events, literary happenings, and literary history should be celebrated in the small town of Gort.